Good morning, everyone. So, last time, napag-usapan na natin kung ano nga ba yung tinatawag na perfect square numbers. And also, napag-usapan na rin natin yung pagkuha ng square root ng perfect square numbers. No? So, as a recap, a perfect square number is called perfect because its square root is a whole number. No? So, kagaya ng 49, no, it's a perfect square number kasi its square root is a whole number which is 7. No, so always remember that squaring a number is the reverse process of getting a square root. No, so 49, square root of 49 is 7. And if you square 7, the result is 49. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na non-perfect square numbers, no? So, pag sinabing non-perfect square, ito yung mga numbers na ang square root ay hindi whole number, no? So, para mas mabilis maintindihan kung ano yung non-perfect square numbers, syempre dapat sa ulo nyo na po or familiar na kayo kung ano yung perfect squares, 'di ba? So, ilista natin yung mga perfect squares muna at magbigay tayo ng example, no? We have 1 times 1, which is 1. 2 times 2, which is 4. Dito ko ilalagay 4. 3 times 3, which is 9. And then, we also have 4 times 4, which is 16. Then, 5 times 5, which is 25. No, so, since perfect square numbers itong si 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25, ibig sabihin, lahat ng numbers in between nila, they are non-perfect square numbers. So, kung halimbawa, we have here 2, 3, diba? So, if you get the square root of 2 or square root of 3, you won't have an exact root. No, unlike if you get the square root of 1 and 4. Diba? So, ito yung tinatawag natin na non-perfect squares. So, we have 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yan. Example po yan ng non-perfect square. So, dito naman, in between 16 and 25, we have 17, 18, 19, 20, and so on. Na po hanggang 24. Okay? So, lahat po ng numbers in between ng perfect square numbers, yun yung tinatawag na non-perfect square numbers. No? And kung i-compute nyo po yung kanilang square root, you will have a decimal equivalent. So, now, since meron tayong non-perfect square numbers, no, since we're not going to use calculators, what we can do is to just estimate, no? Pag sinabing estimate, aalamin lang natin in between which two integers does the given square root of a non-perfect square number lie, no po? So, nasa ang pagitan ng dalawang perfect square number yung given nating number, no? So, yun yung una nating magiging step. So, let us take this first example, no? So, we have here square root of 55. So, nasa pagitan ng anong dalawang integer daw yung square root ng 55, no? So, before we proceed with the square root, syempre, talakayin muna natin yung radicand natin na 55, no? So, 55, walang square root, no? Or walang radical sign. It's between two perfect square numbers, no? Yung una sa kanya is 7 times 7, which is 49. And, ang after niya is 8 times 8, which is 64. No? So, yung dalawang magkasunod na perfect square numbers, no? So, ibig sabihin, kapag kinuha natin yung square root ng 55, ang square root niya ay lalagpak sa pagitan ng square root ng 49 at square root ng 64. No? So, syempre, kinuhanan mo to ng square root. Ito din, dalawang to, kukuhanan mo ng square root. So, ibig sabihin, if we simplify, square root of 55 will lie in between square root of 49. Gamitin natin yung principal root nito or yung positive root niya, which is 7. and square root of 64, which is 8. No po. So, itong notation na to, it means that the square root of 55 is greater than 7 and lesser than 8. No? In other words, siya ay in between 7 and 8. Okay? So, ang goal lang naman natin is to identify which two integers, no? So, ibig sabihin, kahit na hindi mo siya isulat sa notation na to, basta ma-identify mo na siya nasa pagitan ng 7 and 8. Okay na po yun, no? So, laging tatandaan, yung lesser number natin ay on the left side and the greater number will be on the right side. 7 and 8. So, pwede mo siyang i-state directly as square root of 55 is between 7 and 8. Let us take another example. So, we have square root of 80, no? So, ang 80, yan, is between two perfect square numbers. Ang lesser perfect square number niya sa kanya ay 8 times 8, which is 64. And ang greater sa kanya na perfect square number is 9 times 9, which is 81. No? So, ibig sabihin, pag kinuhanan natin ng square root itong 80, kukuhanan natin ng square root yung ibang integers natin dito. So, ibig sabihin, the square root of 80 will lie in between square root of 64 is 8 and square root of 81 is 9. Okay? Or state it as square root of, bakit 55 yun nandun? Square root of 80 is between 8 and 9. So, may typo lang tayo dito sa slide natin.